Ash Mufareh did a webinar last Thursday, and I wanted to come on and give you my take of the webinar Ash did. And I'm really running out of superlatives for Ash. I mean, every webinar he does, it just seems like it's bigger and better than the last one he did before. It was absolutely awesome. I mean, Ash just hit it out of the park. But I want to talk about a couple of things before I get there. And I want to start with a simple phrase, the greatest show on earth. And OnPassive today is the greatest show on earth. And for many people, they're starting to come to that realization, but it's been the greatest show on earth for a very, very long time. When I first came into OnPassive, that's what came to mind. This is the greatest show on earth. And when Ash and his team were putting OnPassive together, and they were codifying what OnPassive was going to be in their mind, I saw what they were doing and was just amazed. It truly is the greatest show on earth. And when they started it, they started the development process. And as they started to develop OnPassive, it got better and better and better. And the tech team would get to a point and they'd go to Ash and say, listen, this is what we have. I think we're in a great position. I don't think we want to do anything more. If we launch this to the world, we're going to do very, very well. But that wasn't Ash's mindset. Ash's mindset was no, we can do more than this. We can do a lot more than this, and we're going to. And of course, during the development of OnPassive, it's gotten us to the place where we're at today. And again, it truly is the greatest, the world's greatest show on earth. And as we look at what Ash is doing, truly is amazing for those individuals that are participating with OnPassive. Now, Ash will come on and he'll talk for an hour, hour and a half, and he'll be going over some amazing things. And at the end of an hour and a half, 2 hours, someone will come on, a guy or gal, and they'll say, you know, Ash, while you're here, why don't you drop a couple of bombshells on us? And of course, when I hear that, the one thing that comes to my mind is this: idiot. Ash has just spent an hour and a half, 2 hours online. He's given us 3, 4 bombshells that literally will change the internet, will change your business, will change your bottom line. And someone comes on and asks Ash to drop another bombshell. And again, the only thing that comes to my mind, idiot. What Ash has done, what he and his team have done, it is extraordinary. And the webinar he had last Thursday was proof of that. Now, as we think about OnPassive, and many of you have probably heard this, but I want to repeat it. As we look at Ash Mufareh and OnPassive, Ash Mufareh can launch OnPassive and become a unicorn company very, very quickly without any founder in OnPassive, okay? He doesn't need Mike Ellis. I'm Mike Ellis, by the way. He doesn't need Mike Williams. He doesn't need Gushminder. He doesn't need David Bakal from Papua New Guinea. He doesn't need any of the founders to launch OnPassive and do better than any other company in the world has ever done. In fact, if he did that, I believe Ash Mufareh would be the richest man in the world because of OnPassive. He doesn't need to do that. He doesn't need any single founder. Now, having said that, Ash Mufareh has a special place in his heart for the founding members of OnPassive. He treats us like family. He treats us like partners. And it's why, as he developed OnPassive for us so that we could get ahead, take care of that financial bottom line. And as we think about what Ash has done, it really is extraordinary for the founding members of OnPassive to be able to participate, to have the privilege to participate with OnPassive. But never forget, Ash Mufareh does not need a single founding member to be the most successful company in the history of the world, okay? But having said that, again, he wants us here. He wants to give us that opportunity, that privilege to participate with OnPassive. And the founding member is very, very important to OnPassive. And the reason I say that is that we've had some founding members that come out And they're starting to tell Ash Mufareh what he needs to do to proceed with OnPassive. Okay, they're telling Ash Mufareh this. And I can tell you, whatever you have to say to Ash Mufareh, it is completely and totally irrelevant. Okay, until you've actually launched a company that has become a unicorn company day one, you really don't have anything to share with OnPassive or with Ash Mufareh. You can't go to Ash and start telling him what to do because he's got this thing under control. OnPassive today, it is a reality. We are in the process of the global launch of OnPassive. He needs no information from people that haven't done what he's doing. And for those founding members that think they need that Ash needs to follow their advice, and you just can't take another day without OnPassive launching tomorrow, my recommendation for you is to get on the sideline. Okay, just get on the sideline. I would recommend you keep your founding position, because when OnPassive does do the global launch of OnPassive, you are going to be amazed. Now, if you're one of the haters that just can't stand Ash Mufareh not listening to you and launching yesterday, and literally it is eating you alive, my advice to you is get out. Get your $97, get the refund, and then forget about OnPassive. I know in time you're going to be in OnPassive as a customer, but you're never going to be a founder again. And if you're one of these individuals, whatever you're saying, it is irrelevant. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect the other leaders in OnPassive. It doesn't affect Ash Mufareh. It doesn't affect OnPassive in any way. Whatever you're saying is totally irrelevant. OnPassive today is a done deal, and we are in the process of launching OnPassive today. Okay, that brings me to the launch of OnPassive. When people talk to me about the launch of OnPassive, I simply tell them this: listen, OnPassive could launch in a month, or it could launch in a year. I do not care. And why do I say that? I don't care because I know OnPassive is going to launch. And when that happens, what that does for my life financially, it just changes everything. And it'll do the same for everybody that's in OnPassive as a founding member. It is life-changing. So I don't care when the launch of OnPassive is. A month, a year, I don't care. Now here's the deal. If you can read the signs of the times, you're gonna have a really good understanding what's happening in OnPassive. You know, people, they get up in the morning and they go outside and they see a beautiful blue sky and they go, oh, it's going to be a nice day. I don't need an umbrella. You know, it's just going to be a beautiful day. I'm going to enjoy every minute of it. Or it's cloudy out and people, well, it looks like it's going to rain. I'll take my umbrella. Or it's going to snow. Or maybe there's going to be gale winds today. I don't know. But people have learned to read the signs of the times as they go out their front door. You need to be able to do that with OnPassive. You need to be able to read the signs of the times with OnPassive. And when you listen to Ash Mufareh, pick up what he's telling us, because he's telling us just a magnificent, beautiful story of what's happening and how close we are to that happening. Reading the signs of the times when it comes to OnPassive is critical. Listen to Ash Mufareh. Listen to the founding members of OnPassive. And when you start to do that, you're going to understand that you are in a really unique position and that your life is going to change in ways you never thought were possible. So again, OnPassive, yes, it is the world's greatest show on earth. But if you don't learn how to read the signs of the times, you get in a position where you get frustrated and you want things to happen quicker than they're supposed to happen. But if you read the signs of the times with OnPassive, you're going to understand where we're at, where we're going, and just how close all of that is. So OnPassive, they've been the world's greatest show on earth since I came in 2.5 years ago. Many people didn't realize that at the time. But Marty, Dan, and I, we did. We understood what we had in hand. And because of that, it's been a really joyous ride for us. And of course, where we are today, especially listening to Ash last Thursday, it was just breathtaking. I mean, all of us, Marty, Dan, and I, we got off and we were just going, holy mackerel. We're in a very, very good place. So are you. And I can tell you, as we get into that global launch of OnPassive, there's going to be a lot of joy spread out over OnPassive throughout the world to our brothers and sisters that are participating with OnPassive. Yeah, things are going to change and change in a very, very good way. Now, that brings me to Ash's webinar last Thursday. Again, I don't have any superlatives for Ash anymore. I mean, I've used them all, and every time I use them, he comes on and just blows it out of the water again. The webinar that Ash had last Thursday, if you're a founder and you have not seen it, either go into the back office, and I think there's a replay back there, and if there isn't, Dan Street did a remarkable write-up on the Thursday webinar, truly remarkable. Go on back there and read it. Today, I can't really talk about any of it. It was a proprietary founders meeting only, period. So I really can't talk about anything Ash told us last Thursday, but I can tell you, if you were there and you heard it, you knew that it's even better than you thought it was going to be. Really, really remarkable what Ash shared with us. Now, if you're not a founder today, I would recommend you come in, pay the $97, become a founding member of OnPassive. It locks you into the company and it locks you into the pay structure. Really, really important, the pay structure of OnPassive. If you need more information, there will be a video down below that goes over OnPassive head to tail, goes over everything OnPassive, what it's going to do for you personally. And that's really, really important to understand. And then as you become a founding member, go on into the back office, go into the leadership council area, and there'll be Dan's review. There'll be a couple other reviews in there too. I don't know if the recording's there yet, but it is. You can listen to that. I can tell you, and I say this over and over and over again, you will not be disappointed. We are in rarefied air right now. What's happening with us as founding members has never happened in the history of the world. Being able to come into a company, participate with that company, have 100% automated business hooked up to AI, and then letting OnPassive go to work for us. This is truly extraordinary. And again, Ash, he just blew it out of the park Thursday. And I know 99% of the founding members that are in OnPassive, they're just elated. I mean, they're just rocking and rolling now because now they know what's coming. Now, Marty, Dan, and I, we knew a long time ago, but that's because we listened. But Ash was very, very direct last Thursday. You know what's coming. There's no mystery here. So what I would recommend, if you're not a founder, come on in and become a founding member of OnPassive. And then for the founding members and the new founders, learn to read the signs of the time. OnPassive is the world's greatest show, period. And I believe that's going to continue for decades to come. That's how powerful what Ash and his team has done and are doing today. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, I always recommend you go down, click the button, or register. I always recommend you subscribe, click the bell on the right, and then you'll get notifications as I do more videos. And Ash is sharing so much with us now. But come on in, become a founding member, and then get ready. We're in for the ride of our life. Something you're really, really going to enjoy. And as you come in and start to learn more, again, it will get better and better and better. So that's it for today, guys. Sorry I couldn't talk more about the webinar, but again, it's proprietary. And when you do become a founder, you'll be able to go back there and listen to it. It was just absolutely terrific. And from there, yeah, we're just all going to have a great year, a great 2022. And again, I don't worry about the launch, even though I have a pretty good when it's going to happen. But what I know and what I'm happy about is I know OnPassive is going to launch. It is a done deal, and it's a done deal for you and I, those individuals participating with OnPassive. Ash has done this for us, and he's done one heck of a job. So that's it for today, guys. Have a great day, great weekend, and we'll absolutely see you at the top. Take care. Bye.